Joining us now is the man involved in that encounter, Jonathan Gilliam, a former Navy SEAL, an FBI special agent, and author of the best-selling book, Sheep No More, The Art of Awareness and Attack Survival. So, Jonathan, your book title actually kind of speaks volumes a little bit about this incident right here. But before we get to all of that, I want to ask, first of all, what were you doing at this event, and what was the whole reason why you came out to this event?
Well, I came out because Amy Kramer and the Women for America First are just amazing people. And what they're speaking to and what they do isn't just about President Trump. I mean, they do support President Trump, no doubt about that. But they are supporting empowering women, which is something that you think the left would support. But I was there to speak and rally them up. And actually, I was signing some of my books and auctioning some things away to help people have better awareness, and if they ever are encountering something like this, to be able to survive the attack. And it's interesting how it worked out.
Yeah, and I mean, to your point a little bit too, I mean, people on the left always say that they're pro-choice, except when one of those choices doesn't go exactly with what they say. I mean, the man, what he said in front of the elevator is an example of that. I mean, he was quite literally dividing people. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's not even half of what happened. Over 30 times, these people either approached women in the bathrooms or in the event itself, where they were coming in, telling people that they were going to go to hell for voting for Donald Trump, calling people, the women in the bathroom, MAGA trash and the C word, and on and on. It was just unbelievable. They were even trying to put in fake bids in the silent auction, which they would never pay. And so they were just completely disrupting. What is amazing about this entire thing is not how it ended, but the fact that these were not Antifa people. These were not thugs on the street. These are well-to-do people. The groom himself is a former DNC support person and a Boeing executive. And these are the types of people that are there. One of the guys that was trying to intimidate the women, we have him on video, is a DNC lobbyist. And the individual, the best man, who actually took this even further. There's one other guy we haven't been able to figure out who he is yet, but those two were the instigators. That alleged best man actually used to work for the Obama campaign in 2008. So these are high-level people in the DNC that are of the upper crust. These are not poverty-stricken street people. These are people that you would not typically identify this type of action with, but it was sickening.
Right, and you know, I take your word for this, but at the same time, I don't even have to. I mean, it's in the police report. It details exactly how this happened. It details about how you were approached by these two individuals and really how this whole thing entailed. So, I mean, yes, I believe you, but I don't even have to. I mean, there is quite literally documented proof of this happening. So walk me through this whole experience a little bit, too, that took place in front of the elevator, because you, from what I understand, were escorting women to this elevator, then to the stairs once that gentleman, for lack of a better word, was blocking that elevator. So you were kind of doing a good deed within itself, and then that's when they approached you, correct?
Right. It was more than the good deed. We saw the way things were escalating because we tried to get the hotel to calm the event down or close the other event, and the hotel wouldn't get involved. They just didn't do anything. So what myself and two other gentlemen that were attending the event decided to do was take turns escorting women through the lobby and either to the cars or to their rooms. I mean, there were senior citizens there. There was a minor that was there, all females, and they had never experienced anything like this. So when basically I was getting ready to escort these women up the stairs, that comment was made on that elevator. So I let the elevator close. I didn't want to have any kind of confrontation. And I held the women there. I said, let's let the elevator go. Let them get out of here. And I thought that was it. When we went up these marble stairs, which are pretty steep, we get to the top, and there those same individuals were, and they started taunting me about being a tough guy and this and that. And basically, these women were still standing on these marble stairs, and I made a choice at one point after 3 different approaches from this individual that, you know, he had to be cleared out of the way. And I'm not some scrapper. I know how to clear people because I do protection, plus where I've been trained in law enforcement and military. When I attempted to clear him out of the way and tell the women to go, I was then accosted by 2 other guys, and eventually ended up being 4 guys. And then after security was on there, I had 6 people on me, and I literally for over 20 seconds could not breathe because they had my tie and were choking me to the point where it left marks and stuff on my throat. But I was able to get out of that with the assistance of one other guy, and then the alleged best man just wouldn't stop, and so I had to do what I had to do to counter the attack. And once he felt a little bit of pain on his nose, he stopped finally.
That usually does the trick in those situations. But of course, after that, too, D.C. Metro Police did arrive and they arrested that man. I think he's since been charged with assault. Simple assault is how they put it. But I mean, that's a testament to the idea that even police came and they saw what was happening and they knew that this was an individual who couldn't be at that premises anymore. But from also what I've heard and from what reports and the police reports say, that the harassment didn't stop there. I believe even after that encounter, a lot of other people were still approached at the bar in that event that you're talking about within the hotel, and the harassment continued. Is that correct from what my understanding is?
Yes, it was so bad that the bar in the hotel, the women that were there for this support the president event left. They couldn't even stay in the bar because of the harassment that they were getting at that point. And I mean, it just, again, who these people are and the hotel that they were in, you think this could have been avoided, but the hotel did absolutely nothing to stop this. And these individuals were being served all night long. We were there for 4 hours. They were drinking when we got there. They were drinking when we left.